Yeah, but I think I poured there, it runs back in here. Same with that.
You're filming yourself?
Yeah. All this shit below grade is always fucking hard. Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Okay, it's just gonna be more of the same. So we're just gonna shut this off for now. I got the pail dry. Virtually dry. Hardly nothing left in it. Empty bucket. Alright. That's what it looks like inside the pail. Holes that liner. There's a liner around the outside, believe it or not, and those rocks. It's supposed to be just rocks, not dirt. But I guess over the years, dirt got in there. So now I'm going to try and take the other side off of that pump. We got a screwdriver. Let's see if this thing will open. Gosh, Bill. Hell that is. Okay. Rinse this lid off. Okay. Jillian, I'm going to plug it in. You tell me if that thing pops.
How's it going?
Huh?
Is it how's it going?
Good. I got everything clean. Put it back in the bucket. You can just close the door and just stand right there. You can hear it. You'll be able to hear it pop. She popped. Then the pump's no good. Shorting out. I guess all this freaking seaweed that grew in there didn't help at all. So, looks like I'll be having to get a new pump.
roll that back up?
No. I need to build this that wrapped it around at the pump. This wrapped around all the pump. So, I gotta take the pump out. Piss me off. And he cut a hole like that with the pump wire. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out. Okay, I guess I can just.
You're gonna get it out now?
Yes, ma'am. Help me?
Nope.
That's normally the way it goes. Alright, since I only got one power source, I have to rob the camera, so I'll be shutting it off, cutting this side of the pail right here, right there, so I can get the cord out. I'll be back in a minute and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, the cord is out. So, that's it. So anyway, I'm thinking of something that's been bothering me with digging all these rocks out, of putting a new pump in and filling it all up with rock again and having a problem down the road. Then I'd have to dig all those rocks out. So my plan is to get some sort of a filler and a protector that doesn't have rocks, have rocks going to these holes here that allow the water to seep in to refill the pump. So to replenish that, and right here where it plugs into the boulder, have something right up into there, like a filler of some sort that will allow the water to pass through and fill up the hole, so I don't have to put so many rocks, and nothing will fall into the holes, or a minimal amount. So I will be right back and I'll show you what I've come up with. Okay, so this is my plan. I bought some of this. This is leftover mesh screen from galvanized mesh screen, so it won't rust, from my planter project in the back. And then a friend had these sitting outside his back door, and he had so many of them, he said that I could take one. So what I'm going to do is use this thick plastic for structure to hold the weight, support the weight of the rocks, and then cover it on the inside with the mesh so the rocks don't fall through. My rocks, as you saw, are 3/4 inch. So I will get set up, take some measurements, and cut out this plastic and marry the grid to the plastic, and then we will see what we have. I'll bring you back when I'm starting to cut, maybe, or when I'm done. Okay, the dimensions I require is 20 by 28, and this is 22 by 26. So basically I'm going to use the whole bottom. So I'm just cutting this out right now. Might be a little noisy. We'll see now how to detach the big sides. Or do I just cut it off there? Let's see. So there you are. I don't know whether I should keep those trays. They're probably going to be a pain in the ass. Let me see where I'm at. It's about 22 and a half. On the side would be 21 and a half. And these are, so it's about square. 22 by 23. Yeah, I think I gotta cut these off. I think I need to. Yep, I think I will. These are just gonna be a pain in the ass. Maybe I should put them this way. I'm just gonna go check it out. I'll be right back. All right, a little more trimming. A little more trimming to do here. We needed to cut a hole here to get the pipe through. And the pipe through there is good. Now the length. That. We'll see if that worked. Well, you know, since I was at it, I thought I'd take a check in the pail that gives it a spacer and extra water. And I wanted to see, and it looked like there was some stuff in here, and my pump seemed to be starving for water the last year or so. So I got to thinking I better get this pail up, but I didn't want to dig all the dirt out, so I thought, what the hell, if I'm putting this cover on, I might as well cut the bottom of the pail out and see what's in there. And oh my, look at this. The pail is 3/4, I don't know if you can see it or not. The pail is 3/4 full of tree branches or roots and sediment. So basically there was no water getting into from that bucket, from this bucket to that bucket. There's a transfer. And so I got to dig all that out, and once I dig it out, I'll put it in a pile. I'll show you how much is in there. Okay, I cleaned that pail out, and it was about a third of a pail, about this thick, and it was all roots and dry roots from trees and plants, and just half of the mixture was really thick, nasty mud, and it stunk like crazy. So I just ended up throwing it out in the straight in the trash. I couldn't go get the camera because I had different gloves on, and they were just filthy from that muck. So anyway, I just chucked it out. But yeah, it would give us a definite slowdown of water to our pump. Those two pails in there are to provide a sump of clear water for the pump to draw from, so the earth doesn't keep on falling in on it. But over time the roots grew and choked out the reservoir, in which basically I ended up having to feed that thing water 4 times a day just to keep up. So now with 10 gallons plus surrounding, I should be good. All right, so next thing here now is I'm going to put the gloves on because this mesh is pretty sharp. And I'm going to apply this this here, I think I mentioned, is for the support of the weight of the rocks. But the rocks are still small enough to go through the pail. This might be overkill, but so what? I'll just cut this to fit. And that way I won't have any problem at all with rocks going through here. So it's going to be tedious because I'm going to just use needle nose, or not needle nose, but side cutters to cut this all off. So anyway, when I get close to done, I won't show you that, how I'm going to cut them, but when I get close to done, I'll bring you back and show you the finished deal. All right. We just finished tying down the wire to the plastic. Just basic hay wire. I looped it around. Looped it around right here. Twisted it, make it nice and tight. Cut this out obviously for where the pipe goes through. And now we've got a nice support system for a lot of rock weight, and it won't go through now to the pails at all. The other pail, which you saw, I had to cut the bottom off, cut the bottom a quarter of it open to get all that muck out of there. So now, when I put this back in, it'll go in this way against the boulder. Because it's going to be against the boulder. The pipe hose will come out of here up into the boulder. And one side of the cut bottom will be here. The other side will cover and hold the rock from that side. So any now rock that I pile on top won't reach the buckets. Because eventually, every time we walk on it and it rains and move it around and rake it, the rocks do fall through. So now this will prevent that. So now I just got to wait for my pump and I'm ready to roll. So it's like week 3 for that damn pump, and it says April 18th. Today is April 10th. So I'm hoping that it comes in a little earlier than that, but whatever it is, it is. So